Hey there, everybody. Welcome to a new America's Got Talent preview reaction. And here, we're going to talk through the performance of Shevon Nieto, who is just outstanding from what we have seen so far. She's got a powerful backstory leading into it. She's in this weird situation where we're moving into an audience-less era of AGT, at least for this episode, but it doesn't seem to shake her. I think we're gonna remember her. I'm really pulling for her already, and that's for a season that feels like it's got like 30 great singers already.
Yeah, this is a very, very stacked singer year. There are a lot of singers, but she is a standout for sure for me. It is the first time we've seen this without an audience. It's a very strange feeling, but her voice filled up the room, which is definitely, it makes her stand out.
Well, we're going to talk through everything that we like about her. We'll sort of go through what we think her chances are and a whole lot more in this video. Before we get going further, though, if you do like this discussion, give us a like and subscribe to this channel because we have a lot of America's Got Talent coverage coming your way. And be sure to also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of it.
So the thing that I loved that she did is she sang an original song. And that is not something that everybody has done this season. There's been a lot of covers, a lot of really good covers. But with the story that she has lived and her husband has lived through, having an original song that is about their love, and it is so powerful. This performance, even before I got to the performance, when I was just listening to the story, I was already crying through it. And we see a lot of stories on this show that are very powerful and really do pull at the heartstrings. This just felt like something that I think a lot of people out there are really going to be able to relate to. When you have somebody that you love so much that you are willing and wanting to give up everything for them, that's what it's all about, is that kind of love, whether it's a romantic love, a family love, a love you have with a friend. It's the ultimate human goal, and to see that she has that and he has that, and it is there, it is real. I love that.
The thing that's interesting to me about the two of them is that I think a lot of times we tend to put athletes or public figures kind of up on this pedestal, and it kind of breaks a lot of that pedestal away to hear her talk about it, because Olympians, these are the sort of people who you see them maybe one summer every 4 years, and then you don't really think a lot about them for the next 4 years, and these are people with aspirations and normal lives and relationships, and you sort of see and understand a lot of that through hearing her story. And it is an incredible gift that she has, that not only is she extremely accomplished in one field of her life, but that she's also a really incredible singer and songwriter to go along with that. I can't imagine the level of dedication that she has with everything that she does. Like, I know people are probably like reaching to grab all these like analogies between running and singing and all this, but to me, I don't want to get into breath control or any of this other stuff. It's just more like, she's obviously used to working hard.
Yeah, and I think on top of it, there's a lot of pressure that she probably not only puts on herself, but just comes in general from being an Olympian with, you're representing a country, you're representing yourself, you're put on a pedestal already. So for her, and it's her lifelong dream. So to walk away from that for love and supporting your husband, your partner, your love, it is so inspirational, and Olympians are already inspirational. You just think that the bar can't be raised any higher, and it is.
Here's the thing about the audition itself, because I think there are a lot of people out there who are very used to sort of the audience structure and having all these people there who are, can get very loud and yell like buzz or golden buzz or whatever it is they yell at this stuff. But I honestly, I don't really have that strong of an opinion on there being an audience for this sort of thing, because I'm just sort of like, you know what? If you're good, you're good. I don't need an audience of people to tell me that you're good or that you deserve to go through. I think for Shevon in particular, there's something so intimate about her performance and personal about it that I almost feel like, had you had all those people there, I mean, I'm sure it would have been great for her to have a lot of applause and appreciation, but I liked that it was kind of this smaller moment and it was personal, and I think she could connect more with the judges because of that.
Oh, I think she also, in a lot of ways, I mean, for me, she connected with me even more because of that, because it was so intimate. And the story in her song is so intimate, and her story with her husband is so intimate, that not having everybody there made it more powerful, made it an even better audition. I just think that this all, it just kind of worked out in a way that lifted her whole performance up even more. And we're 6 minutes in, we haven't even talked about how good her voice is. And in this particular season, there are so many singers. Like, it's unbelievable how many singers are. And there are a lot of kid singers, and which is all a different level of competition when it comes to this show. But I don't see her having any problems moving forward.
I really don't. I think she's going to do very, very well. And I think she's going to do well for a number of reasons. Number one, yeah, she's ridiculously talented. If she's got more songs as good as her audition song, she's not going to have a problem there. I
hope she does more original stuff.
I'm all for original stuff.
I love it.
I think people are going to connect with her, obviously, because of her story. I think there's a great deal of admiration that's sort of out there in general for Olympians, and that's something that people always do want to celebrate. And I know at times there can be this, oh, you're already famous, you don't need this show sort of thing that happens, but she's not famous for being a singer. She's famous for running.
Yeah, and that doesn't even matter anyways. Everyone that seems to be on this show, this is not the first time they've been around. Like, we saw Vincent Marcus, he's been a Viner. We've seen people singing on other shows, other AGTs around the world. It's just that aspect of it. This is my pet peeve with AGT in general, is that they don't just sort of put it all out on the table. They pretend like they're discovering someone for the first time, and you don't need to do that. We're not going to like them any less. If they've got the talent, they've got the talent. And some of these people are being introduced to us for the first time, so it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, I like that we know a lot about her. I like that we know about her backstory. Yep. I appreciate it. It makes her a lot more of a full-fledged human, and I feel like I know her more than I do the vast majority of people who have auditioned for the show so far. And I'm curious about a number of different things. I mean, for example, Howie still has a golden buzzer. He has not used it. They did not show the judges' remarks. It's possible he could use it. I know, but I think I've heard other places that I think he uses it on someone who's a little bit more off the beaten path and not a traditional AGT act. I think she is golden buzzer worthy. I just don't think she's going to get it here.
Yeah, I think so.
But the flip side of that is maybe we will see her in judge cuts, which for those of you who haven't heard, it sounds like they have come up with some really interesting way to do this, where the judges are all outside filming them, distant from each other. I don't know what this is going to look like, how it's going to work.
Yeah, she's deserving of the golden buzzer for sure. But selfishly, I would like to just see more performances from her. It's always sort of that catch-22 where, yeah, she deserves it and should go on, but then we all get less from her. We don't get to see her perform as much. We don't get to know her as much. And in a lot of ways, it feels like people that don't get the golden buzzer, we get a lot more attached to because we have more time with them. So if she doesn't get it, I'm not going to be mad to have more performances from her, to be honest.
No, I'm not going to be mad either. And I'm going to be happy and excited and interested to see exactly how far she goes. But I think this was a vulnerable, really powerful audition, something that people are going to remember.
Yeah.
And I think even in this sea of singers, she stands out. You know, she's not a kid. She hasn't been on a bunch of other singing shows. Mm-hmm. She's exciting, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of acts on Tuesday's episode that are going to have a harder time. Like if you're a comedian performing in front of only 4 people.
Yeah, I mean, I think singers are going to be able to have a bit of an easier time depending on what they're singing. Like if we had Double Dragon come out and do what they did for no audience, I think they would have had a harder time, because that's an act that feeds off of the audience and stuff like that. But you know, someone like Shevon, this makes sense. This can work. I just don't know. It's going to be a very strange episode.
Yeah, well, we're going to be here to try to make sense of all of the bizarreness of it. But I think we can both say we love Shevon. I think she's got a chance to go fairly far. What do you guys think, though? Do you like her audition? Do you want to hear more from her? Share in the comments. And if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking the link in the description to the store. And we'll see you here next time.